You're listening to What's Your Damage? The world's best Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition narrative-heavy actual play podcast inspired by Filipino mythology. We release new episodes at least every other week, sometimes more if we're feeling spicy. Before we get to the show, here's Rizz and Wobbles with a few words about sound quality.
I'm worried the sound quality of this episode isn't the best.
No, just Wobbles, just relax, breathe in, breathe, deep breath through the nose, hold it, out through the mouth. Look, I know it's not the best, but you never get anything right the first try. Look at us now, or listen to us now. We sound great, right? So it'll be fine. Just relax.
You're right, Rizz. Thanks for calming me down.
Everybody ready?
No.
Oh, I'll take your...
Yeah, you give off like massive main character vibes, I gotta say.
How I like to imagine Vercevaron right now is just like he's like lavender tea, but in green and scaly. Can I level with you, Wobbles?
No, you can't. That's the whole point of his name.
The only successful role was Okaat hiding a flirt.
I would like to introduce all of the magnificent players that I have the joy of DMing for. So we're going to start with an old favorite. Hey, Parker, who are you playing this time?
I'm playing Wobbles Waggletop. He's a gnome and he gets stressed pretty easily, and boy, does that affect him. Wobbles Waggletop.
Truer words have never been spoken. Thank you, Parker. One of our new players. We love him. We did a lot of stand up with him back in the day. Never failed to make me go like, I should be so much better than I currently am. God, he's so much better than me. Douglas Gale. Mm-hmm.
Hello, Douglas Gale. I'm playing Vercevaron, Dragonborn Druid. Circle of Dreams. Super into Fae stuff. That's it.
Thank you, Douglas. Truer words have never been spoken. Ray and Kate or Ray and Kate? Which one would like to go first?
I'm Kate. I'm playing Rizzo or the Rizz Parcheesi, a half orc, half Goliath cleric. She's of the gods for the people.
That's pretty badass. And Kate actually got me back. Kate with her accomplice Ray actually got me back in the GMing chair after they had run a shadow campaign. I cannot thank you both enough for that. And also, truer words have never been spoken. Thank you so much, Kate of Ray and Kate. Ray, can I hear about your character?
Hi, I'm Ray. I'm playing a small little tiefling girl with a mutant class. Perfect.
Thank you so much, Ray. Truer words have never been spoken. And last but not least, we talk to Sadie Blake. Sadie?
Hi, I'm Sadie Blake. I am playing Okaat. If you're a fan of What's Your Damage from before, you might recognize that name. You'll probably also recognize the character.
Thank you so much.
She's a monk now.
Yeah, that feels spiritually correct.
Yeah.
Yep. Sadie, because you do play Okaat, I do believe that truer words have been spoken. But thank you so much for that. Everybody ready?
No.
I'll take your... Okay, perfect. I'll take your silence as agreement. Okay. Here we go. Welcome to What's Your Damage, Season 2, everybody. Streamers, celebrations, a baby is crying and being born at the same time.
What? Where did you just go? What is happening?
We're going to a distant land.
Okay.
Although you have the distinct impression that just a moment ago you were saying something terribly important, that cannot be. And as the fleeting feeling passes, you find yourself in a finely appointed room. Its supernaturally lit interiors take just a moment for your eyes to adjust to as you see a room filled with strangers. All, like you, facing ahead. In front of you is a clearance. Behind that are people in white uniforms with pink suspenders and yellow ties who stand at the corners of the room. Next to the door that leads to the kitchen at the room behind, not 10 paces, drawing your eye, against the stark white wall stands a murky blue door. As you watch, not a moment later, it transfigures into a slender shape, and right before it opens, a figure steps through, not a millimeter of clearance on any side. This half-elf woman with a bouffant of towering hair that nearly skirts on this side of parody swishes around to her spot, her smile just a little wider than comfortable. She is wearing a black dress with a gray heart. She smiles broadly at all of you and begins to speak. Hello, one and all. Welcome to the First Inaugural Rapid Fellowing. We are on very treacherous ground where land mammals, where the ground wild and ground folk, regular folk and animals are nearly at our door every day. You're all here because you filled out a form, she says as she holds up a gray folder with papers, saying you wanted a life less ordinary and one filled with discoveries. So you are all here to find a fellowship to defend us, and first, you must know who each other are. Suddenly, a large clock appears in her hands, and at the 12 o'clock position of the clock is 60. And here we go. As soon as she depresses it, you are suddenly moved into seats. You see a questionnaire pop up in front of you as you hear a ticking clock going down. Seated across from you, Rizz, is a rather handsome man who has like roguishly cut black hair. You hear the timer going down, and he goes, "Okay, so my name is oh shit, what's my name? I don't do well. Jer Peridot. My name is Jer Peridot. My favorite color, green, as you could probably guess. Why am I adventuring? To find fortune and fame in that order. No, fame and fortune. And what am I looking for in fellowship? People who are looking for the same. And you, madam?" He says to you, Rizz.
You can call me Rizz. My favorite color is, we'll say, pink's a good color. Sure, we'll go with pink. I'm adventuring because it seems like a fun thing to do, and I'm looking for people who are ready to have a good time on an adventure. How's that? That sounds good. Sure. Anyway, nice to meet you.
While this is... Thank you, Rizz, he says. While this is happening, Okaat, seated across from you is a gnome. What is the... Parker, what's this gnome's name?
I'm Wobbles Waggletop.
No, that cannot be your voice. I'm sorry. Absolutely not. No. I refuse.
Is it that bad for editing?
I love it so much!
I have no idea what you just said. And this is the worst speed dating round I've ever been to.
Okaat hates alliteration.
Was there alliteration in there? All I heard was Donald Duck.
Well, there we go. That's alliteration.
Great, okay.
I'll tone it down a little and see if that's more doable.
Wobbles Waggletop.
Nope. Okaat's just not into it, yo.
Is Sadie okay with it, though?
It'll be fun.
Okay. Okay, that.
I'll take that as a qualified no.
I came into this with the character telling Elliot, like, hey, there's a good chance this is really more of a one-shot character, but we had so much fun with him as an NPC in a campaign, I had to give him a try.
Okay, well, just understand that Okaat is going to find you incomprehensible.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, cool.
That's fun. Dynamics.
My favorite color is probably a nice aqua. I'm adventuring to discover the secrets of the world. And I'm looking for nice adventurers to do it with.
Nice to meet you. I'm Okaat. I have already misplaced my questionnaire sheet. My favorite color is black. Probably. What was the next question?
Why are you adventuring?
It's complicated. Next question.
What are you looking for in a fellowship?
That is also complicated.
As Okaat is dealing with the complications of the questionnaire, we cut to...
Okaat completely stonewalls Wobbles.
We cut to Vercevaron. Seated across from you is...
I'm Liwayway. My favorite color is... Oh gosh. I kind of like all the colors, so I guess rainbow or glitter. I love glitter. And I'm adventuring because I want to save the fortunate few. They're this great party. I don't know if you've read any of their novels or seen any of their plays, but they went missing and I'm really worried about them. So I guess I'm looking for people who could help me do that. How about you?
My name is Vercevaron Oathbreaker. My favorite color is probably a combination of glitter and pink.
You're the same.
I'd like to hear that. I also misplaced my questionnaire.
Oh, I have it right here. The next question is, where are you adventuring?
To help people in the world and attempt to cleanse the stains from my soul.
Mm-hmm. And what are you looking for in a fellowship?
Good company, I guess.
Oh yeah, that sounds wonderful. I mean, it's all great when you can talk to people, right?
Absolutely.
And as that is happening, I'm going to ask everybody here, or I'm going to give it to I'll give it to Liwayway and Vercevaron. I would like you to roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
Pretty sure nobody asked Okaat what she was looking for in a fellowship because she clearly isn't.
She said it's complicated.
Oh, was that okay? Yeah.
As Liwayway and Vercevaron are bonding over their mutual love of glitter and pink. They just kind of really vibe over that, and everything is as it should be.
Good color.
It really is. It's the best one.
You hear a ding, and the lady at the front says, "Okay, now everybody switch." And suddenly, you guys are in front of different people. Vercevaron, you are moved over to be in front of Wobbles. Okaat, you're in front of Rizz, and Liwayway has gotten Peridot.
That was disconcerting. I suddenly find myself in a new chair. You'd be surprised at the number of times this happens to me.
Like, my new friend.
As you guys are continuing to have various conversations with all the wonderful and colorful characters located in this bar, you notice that the woman at the top, the one with the rather large bouffant, I think is how they say it in France or on the continent, is still just holding that clock, clinging it, letting it go off every 60 seconds. So you guys are just doing that speed adventuring, speed fellowing. Rapid fellowing, that's what we called it. And you can get the sense, I think you guys kind of know who you vibed with. I think definitely Vercevaron and Liwayway probably fucking vibed. I'm also going to guess that Vercevaron and Wobbles kind of fucking vibed. I'm going to guess that Rizz and Vercevaron kind of fucking vibed.
I'm a people dragon.
Yeah, and I'm going to guess that Okaat and Vercevaron, I'm going to guess that happened.
There's vibes for sure.
I'll get through one day.
You might be the only two that vibe.
Just straight vibes. Vercevaron's kind of like a friendly dragonborn, very peaceful, very like, he has a calming aura. He's like, how I like to imagine Vercevaron right now is just like, he's like lavender tea, but in green and scaly.
I mean, Okaat's got a soft spot for Dragonborn.
Aw, yeah, Dragonborns are neat and cool. And as that happens, suddenly the timer completely goes off, and Corrigan looks around and has, instead of the clock in her hand, she has a rather large tome, and she's reading through it. And she goes, "Oh, this is very good. This is very good. I'm glad to see that everybody got to know each other. We're doing a little bit of calculations on the back. We're doing a little bit of calculations on the back end to figure out what the perfect party would be." And she thinks for a moment. With that being said, if anybody would like to make a perception check, feel free to, or one of you choose to. Actually, you know what? I feel like Wobbles, why don't you make me a perception check?
Yeah, Wobbles is very paranoid, so he's always looking around.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Ooh.
Okay, no problem. We love this in this house. Yeah, I think because you're kind of on edge, because can I level with you, Wobbles?
No, you can't. That's the whole point of his name.
Yes.
I put a little sheet of paper underneath him so he is steady for this one moment.
You found a sugar packet?
I did. Oh man, I hate Splenda, but I love how supportive it is.
I love how it levels the table.
Yeah. I'm gonna be super honest with you, Wobbles. I think the last thing that you remember before this very moment is you were on Harmony and you were looking for something, and as you try to recall how you ended up here in this rapid fellowship endeavor, I don't think it really hits you, or you can't quite put that piece together. You can't square that circle, as it were. However, as that concern is hitting your head, it is suddenly leaving your head as well. And you're just fucking vibing, my fellow. And as that's happening in Wobbles' head... Wobbles' head? Yeah, Wobbles' head. The woman at the front goes, okay, I see that we have figured out your perfect adventuring party. And she calls out the names. She calls out...
I wonder who it's going to be.
We'll begin with who had the highest marks, Vercevaron, followed by Wobbles. See, people seem to have really loved your name, loved your voice, Wobbles. We also have Parcheesi, if that's the correct way to pronounce that.
Yeah.
And we have Monsieur Peridot, or Peridot, excuse me. So you will be one party. And Peridot just goes, fuck yeah, brother! As he holds his hand up to, like, fucking high five Vercevaron.
I will never leave a brother hanging.
And he goes, give me that skin, he says to Wobbles, as he also does the same thing. And one more time for the large woman in the corner, he says as he tries to high five you.
Oh, I'm like leaning over. All right, high five, bud. I don't know what any of this means, but I'm happy to be here. Honestly.
Hell yes, he says as he stands up. I think we found the main characters.
Yeah, you give off like massive main character vibes, I gotta say.
And what's Okaat doing at this very moment?
Secretly developing a vibe with Rizz that she doesn't know about yet, and and also wondering why her name isn't called.
Is that good or is that bad?
Don't know yet. Gotta sit around and find out.
I wasn't singled out. We
find a very high compatibility also with a Liwayway. And a Okaat, and a Omi Amanzi, and a REY. So that is another team. REY and Amanzi, the two people back here, just give both of you, give Liwayway and Okaat a knowing nod. Like, all right, I guess we're together on this. As...
I was really hoping for the guy with the glorious beard.
We all do. We all hope for the glorious bearded man.
He's in a party by himself, as it turns out. He matched highly with himself and nobody else, and they were like, no, we see it. We got you. He's like a god tier adventurer.
I think Liwayway was looking very crestfallen, but trying to look happy for everyone else, and then when her name's misspelled, perks up immediately.
Peridot stands on the table as the woman at the front is continuing to read out names. Everybody, there becomes like two other groups. He is just kind of getting really into the vibe, and he says to his team, as he considers it, which is Wobbles, Vercevaron, and Rizz, who wants drinks?
Oh, I'll get down a drink.
Grab the... Oh, sorry.
Drinks. Are they all... Wait, are you paying?
No, that was my next question. Who's paying for the drinks?
Well, you offered, so that means you're paying. That's how that works.
Roll me an intimidation check.
Yes. Oh, wait, I think I have advantage on intimidation.
This is fitting.
Oh, no, just proficiency. Okay, we're good. All right.
It is fitting.
That is a beautiful nat one. So love that for me.
Guess who's buying drinks?
He looks at you and you say, well, you offered. He goes, yes, but I'm the one who took the order, so somebody else pay the server.
Don't fight, okay? Just don't fight each other, please.
I promise, Wobbles, no blood will be spilled today. I can't promise for tomorrow, but I promise for today.
Okay.
But also, if I spill the blood, I can clean it up. It's fine.
And so, who gives him the money?
Rizz failed so hard. She'll do it.
So he takes the money, and as he goes to the front, the woman at the front, the one with the big gray heart, looks at him askance, and he goes, "Drinks for my party," he says as he motions to the party back there. And the man behind the counter looks baffled. And she goes, "Oh, actually, these are, how you say, potions for you all. Should you want that on your adventure?" And the drinks would be not available.
Oh.
And he just takes the money and slides it in his pocket before returning.
Rizz will remember this.
You made a powerful enemy.
But the woman at the front says, "Yes, there are very, very many potions in case you would like to. Would like some assistance in case you encounter the land dwellers?" And she points to this man behind the counter who is wearing a green hood. He looks like a type of guy that says, "What do you have, stranger?"
Rizz is gonna get up and go over and peruse the potions.
Okay, with that, I think, Rizz, this is going to be just like what you did back in the day, where you can click on him and you can see what he has.
Yay! Things that amuse me in disproportionate ways. Excellent.
While she's gone, Liwayway just kind of hops over a chair and puts her elbows on the table and just looks at Okaat like she's her new best friend. With her tail just kind of wagging behind her. She's like,
Okay, hang on, back up. Tail? Explain tail.
she is a somewhat unusual looking tiefling.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
No, Okaat is in immediately.
This close up, you would realize that even though her skin is what most people would call flesh colored, right? Like tan, it is covered in snake-like scales. And she has reptilian eyes and canine teeth and a tail that is longer than she is tall.
Okaat's in love. She's trying to hide it, but I don't know how well she's doing that. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna roll a bluff check.
This is great, 'cause no matter what she gets, Liwayway has absolutely no context for this.
Nope. Is it not bluff anymore? Deception. There we go.
Okay, a 13.
13. Okay. So, Okaat's friendly, but she's being cool.
Okay, I am so glad that we are on the same team. I love this. I never see other tieflings. Your name was Okaat, right? And I didn't really get to meet the few of you, but what do you think that they're going to send us on? Or do they send us on things? Or do we find our own adventures? I don't really remember how I got here. Is that weird?
Dream logic never makes sense.
Dream logic, yo.
Oh! Okay, yeah, I guess that checks out.
Yeah. But does that mean we're dreaming?
I'm dreaming.
Because if I'm dreaming, then I might wake up and you guys won't be here anymore.
Oh, then it can't be that.
And she just like starts. Oh, I forgot. She has claws, not fingernails. So she's just sitting there like biting one of her claws.
Yes. Yes. And by the way, I think Okaat is only recognizable as a tiefling to the practiced eye, especially when her horns are tucked away. She tends to hide them under her hair, especially when she's in like newer, unfamiliar situations. So, yeah, I think she's maybe a little tickled that you immediately peg her as a tiefling.
Oh, nice. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, no. Like, I want to explain that for context, but it makes absolute sense that you'd be like, yeah, I know what's up.
So as those two start to like bond, which is that's a nice thing. That's a nice thing after all the complications that started earlier, plus Liwayway being on the second.
Isn't it nice, though? Isn't it just nice?
It is nice, though, is the thing, though. Peridot's just kind of staring at you, Wobbles.
To go, man.
Yeah, dude. Do you, like... I don't know how to ask this in a way that doesn't feel weird. But, like, if I rub your head, will I have good luck?
Why would you rub my head?
Or, like... Yeah, that was a dumb question. He says as he goes, like, some ale on Rizz?
Well, I'm still finishing this one. I'm pretty small.
As Wobble says that, what's Vercevaron doing right now?
I'm nibbling at that snack tray that I saved once what's his butt jumped on the table. That's what he started to say when he was ordering drinks, is that I wanted to grab that snack tray for safekeeping. And so I've just been kind of, picking away at that.
Okay, I love that. As you're eating away at that, the lady who was at the front makes her way to you, and it almost seems, as she's making her way to you, it seems like her feet are almost like not touching the floor. Her dress is long enough that you can't really see that. You can't really see her feet as she sits across from you, just her eyes steady on you. Her hair, impeccable.
Definitely a dream.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks at you and she goes, Now, do you happen to be one of those dream dirt people?
Pardon me?
They are a people that like dirt.
Who doesn't like
I don't think I've ever pondered my relationship with dirt before. I suppose, on balance, yeah, I do like dirt. It gives everyone a place to stand. All the animals, and the plants grow from it. Starting to wonder who wouldn't like dirt.
Only the uncultured and the underwater, I believe. With her here, Vercevaron, give me a perception check.
Okie dokie. Regular flavored?
Regular flav.
Boom.
Oh my god! Yeah!
This is the trouble with dreams. Dreams are really hazy.
I love this for all of you, but you know who I love it for even more?
You.
Thank you, everybody. And just for the listening audience, every perception check was 5, 4, 5. Oh, Vercevaron got a 9 once. That was nice.
Ooh,
Maybe one day we'll hit double digits.
Yeah, not today though. Today is not that day.
The only successful roll was Okaat hiding a flirt. Deception, not perception.
As she talks to you, Vercoven, and Wobbles, you can see that she has those files in her hand. And as you kind of look at, I suspect because you're like a by nature paranoid, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
She's holding them, and you can see your handwriting, or you see Wobbles Waggletop. Love you so much for choosing that name. You see Wobbles Waggletop, but I don't think you remember at all writing this, even though this is clearly your handwriting. After she talks to the man that she calls the Dirt Dreamman, she goes, I feel like that is offensive. Do I call you a dirt person?
You can call me whatever makes you happy, I suppose.
Just don't call me late for dinner.
I would prefer to be on time for dinner, yes, thank you.
Okaat, like, reaches over and fist bumps.
I'm not going to leave a sister hanging.
She then takes a glance over at Liwayway, and Liwayway, this woman is just staring at you as she stands up and backs away. She just seems very hyper-focused on, I think, your whole vibe, dude.
Liway's just giving her, like, honestly, the most, like, innocent, I don't know what's going on look, but, like, smiles anyway. He's like,
Oh, hello, miss. I'm sorry, I don't think I ever got your name, but I'm Liwayway.
Oh, I am Corgan LeFay. But I should, I've been so neglectful of my duties, she says as she starts to walk to the front again.
I'm sorry, I was just wondering.
and she's gonna, like, lean in as she starts to whisper.
Do you know how we got here? Or how I got here anyway? I think I'm the only one who doesn't remember.
Oh, yes, you arrived via, how you say, you took one of those skimmers from, Nova. You arrived looking for adventure, and she pulls out the, file, and she goes, running away from someone I see. Yes, and you happened upon our shores because you knew that we needed your help.
Oh, okay, yes, thank you.
Yes, of course. And she, as she's saying that, she gives Okaat a look.
Okaat's giving her a look.
She kind of lingers for a moment before she heads up, and she goes, and she approaches you, Rizz, and she goes, like, before I make a big announcement, I just want to say I'm a big fan of your family. Believe us, we...
Ixnay on the family, okay? Just don't, no one needs to know that. No one needs to know anything about that. It's Parcheesi, ma'am. My name is Parcheesi.
Yes, well, I also love the cheese upon which you are named. Or the game. Mm-hmm. I think it's a game, I think.
Sure, yeah, no. Anyway, I don't have a family. Thanks for asking. Okay, moving along, lady. Move along.
I don't have a family. Thanks for asking. I feel like Okaat feels a kinship immediately.
Oh, yeah.
With that being said, she stands back at the front, and as she's about to talk, you notice over here, just down the way from where you are all seated, a server suddenly trips over what looks to be nothing. And they look, and Corgan LeFay just goes, "Be careful." And the server goes, "Yes, ma'am."
Okaat gives a sarcastic golf clap.
But I suppose I should tell you, I suspect that we will be attacked fairly soon. And whoever deals with the problem will get a chance to meet Monsieur, she says, as she just smiles.
I had wandered over to the fireplace, and now I'm coming back over here.
I want to say, Vercevaron, as you head to the fireplace, when your feet touch that, what looks to be cobblestone,
yes,
it feels softer than stone should.
Can I squish it? I'm testing it. I'm convinced that this is a dream, and so I'm just kind of feeling out the boundaries of it. I do believe that the other people in here are real people that are also, for some reason unknown, in the same dream as me. So just to give you an idea of where my character's mental state is based on his kind of background.
Right. No, I love that for him. And can you squish it?
So you know where my head's at.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to have at least 2 sessions a week to get your head settled, Vercevaron.
Thank you, D&D therapy.
But is it squishy? Yeah,
so I'm just kind of like poking it with my toenails. I don't know if I have dragonborn shoes or just I go barefoot.
Yeah, I think for this, do I want to keep your bad luck ruling?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't. I'm gonna. You know what? I'll let the die be the arbiter. That's a nat 20.
You can't tell if that's a lot of good luck or a lot of bad luck.
I think, Vercevaron, I'm just going to keep you barefoot for just a moment. Then we'll figure out your shoe situation later.
I only wear shoes for fancy occasions.
Yes.
That's a white tie affair. As you're kind of squishing down in your barefoot, I think one of your nails goes beyond, where the grout is of this. And as your nail touches down on it, the ground underneath the cobblestone is incredibly... There's no better way to say this. Wet. As you withdraw your foot, you have that moment where you're like, why is that? You have that moment that's wet. That doesn't seem right, especially with a fire there. Right. And as you are having that moment, I'm going to say because you got a 20, you can feel your mind wanting to let go of that fact. Okay. But you hold on to it.
Okay.
Is there anything that Wobbles wants to do in this moment? Or is there anything that he's particularly interested in?
He's interested in the nothing the guy tripped on.
Yeah, you do notice that as you head over there is a little bit of, there is a bit of a hole in the wood here, but that isn't exactly where he tripped. I hate to do this to you, my friend. However, I am going to ask you for a perception check with disadvantage.
Perception or investigation? Is this just for me to see something or for me to look for the...
You're right, that should be investigation. I'm going to say investigation, and I'm going to still give you disadvantage on it.
Detective Wobbles.
That's my thing. 3!
Oh jeez.
With disadvantage.
So... Yeah.
Oh, wait, you said with disadvantage?
Yeah, but you're not going to get lower than 3.
You can go lower.
Roll for that one.
I got double digits with my modifier.
You did, but unfortunately, that's not going to do it. Wobbles rolls 2 3s to investigate this, and you are obviously incredibly bright. And you're trying to figure this out. And as you are trying to understand how this man could have tripped over nothing, which, we all stumble and bumble, especially if we have eggnog in December or February, you don't see anything possibly leading to this. And as you are looking, you are beginning to forget why you were looking until... After not being able to draw a conclusion, it's gone.
Oh, I've been there.
As Wobbles heads back, just baffled at what's going on, all of a sudden, all of you start to hear and see sirens going off as Corgan LaFay suddenly looks very panicked. And she goes, oh no, they are attacking. Can our adventurers Can our adventurers handle the threat? This threat? There, that works.
Find out next week on.
Find out next week on.
And then everyone in the bar yells, "What's your damage?" And then the theme song plays after I write it.
Thank you for listening to What's Your Damage Season 2, featuring Ray Palmer as Liwayway, Sadie Blake as Okaat, Kate Ingram as Rizz Parcheesi, Douglas Gale as Vercevaron, aka Vercevaron, Parker Postini as Wobbles Waggletop. Elliot Rose is our Dungeon Master. Audio engineering by Sadie Blake and Douglas Gale. All music created by Sadie Blake. Sound effect attributions can be found in the show notes.
Hey, thanks for listening to the show. You can find more of What's Your Damage on Apple Music and Spotify, or on our website, wydpod.com. We've got maps, just gorgeous character art, and tons of lore for Onisno. There's also going to be a sign up for our newsletter, which features content warnings for all episodes upon release, because we think that's super important. And for those of you that want to chat with us on social media, because you love us so much, you can find us at WYD Pod, and that's WYDPODD on Instagram and Threads, as well as a bunch of others listed on our website. In case you don't like those first two, you can find us elsewhere, because if there's a place to be, we're probably there already. So, please stop by, say hi. We would all genuinely love to hear from you.
If anybody would like to make a perception check, feel free to. Or one of you choose to. Actually, you know what? I feel like Wobbles, why don't you make me a perception check?